Yo.
Should we do like some kind of like chopping?
Yeah. Gotta
Chop
get like
the onions.
some sound
Chop.
effects for sure.
Welcome to the chop.
We don't even need to be Iron Chefs the way we chop this up, baby.
Mm. You got good,
but we
skills.
Can be.
My knife skills were way better at one point.
Oh yeah, because you're a chef. That's right. Where were you a chef? Just like anywhere chef, or was it like somewhere cool? Or
so my little journey as a restaurant guy, it all started in college, or was it college? Yeah, like the local bar where you would work. They were like the jam. That was like the place to work on the summertime. Like you'd make fat stacks. Jimmy's Bar and Grill, and so did that route, which I started as a door guy because I was under 21, so you couldn't bartend, or maybe you could. I don't think you could bartend there, or whatever, if you weren't 21, whatever it was. So I was a door guy.
you were like fucking what's his name, Craig Robinson, and knocked up. You're like, yeah, bitch, I want to let you in. Like you fine as hell, but you pregnant. I can't be letting pregnant bitches in here.
Come on, he's out there smoking a cigarette too. It's like, all right, that's whatever. And then after that, I started getting a lot of door guy gigs in the city of Chicago. So that's my world entered. I entered the world of bars and restaurants as a door guy, which worked. It worked out pretty well for me as a young strapping lad.
Oh. Making that bank. Did people like bribe you to get in or what?
Yeah, all the time. Nice. Like depending on where it was. Like if it was just like a bar or whatever. No, not really. But if it was like a club that had a line and stuff, oh yeah.
Were you ever just like, that's not enough?
Yeah, but I would joke.
Nice.
One time, like I was just like, I made it was like you make like the jokes where you're just like, are you bribing me right now?
Yeah.
Did you know that that's a federal offense and I have to call the police right now and they're right over there? And so I'm sorry, but you gotta go to jail.
And the person's like obviously drunk already because they've been pre-drinking. Like, oh my god!
Oh god!
I'm also underage. But you would never let in underage people.
No. That was something. No, you would. In the city of Chicago was like not only massive fines for the bar, but I'm fairly, if my memory serves me correct, like I would get like fired and fined myself by the commission or whatever whatever.
We had a bar in our town that like you just went to. Like if you were like you go in there, you don't act like an asshole, you spend your money, you make friends with the owners, and then like we were 17, 18, and there's just like there's no line for you guys.
I know that this is I know that this is gonna sound terrible, but I know it's gonna sound like an alcoholic thing, but I mean it is what it is. It's like a frustration thing. But one of the things about going and having like a regular establishment is for the heavy pours, the stuff like that. Part of it. That's part of the culture, dude. In Salt Lake City, where I just came from, you can't that is not a thing. Like literally,
really?
Everything's straight up measured with like electronic devices. Oof. They've got all these crazy laws. There's no, there's no like, hey, you're a great patron.
Right, like here's a double instead of a single.
Yeah,
it's wild because cool. Like obviously you're keeping people safe, and I can totally understand that flip side of it. It's like you can have like 6 wives.
But I can't have 2 shots. What?
Right? Like, bitch, I got 6 wives. I need 2 fucking shots.
I need one for each wife.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Look the other way, just like Jeebus is doing.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. That was, it was really cool. One of the coolest observations that I was able to make, obviously, because you're kind of it was actually really well laid out. The conference was in the same building as Karate Combat that was just right across the street from the hotel. And all of the events, like a lot of the parties and the events, were on the same street that the hotel was, or like around the corner. So typically when you go to these things, you gotta like Uber everywhere, and your Uber bills are out of control. This one was not so bad. But speaking of Ubers, on the way from the airport to like the venue, right? You drive, it's not very long. It was like one of the most beautiful mountain scenes that I've seen in a very long time. And it's like, it makes me laugh because where we live in North Georgia, we're like I don't know, an hour and some change away from what we would call the mountains, but now I laugh, they're just hills because
Ah,
those were mountains, you know?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it seems like a nice place, right? Like, Utah seems like an awesome, like, fucking state, in terms of, like, it's beautiful, and they just got NHL hockey, and they have, passionate sports fans. But then you hear about, like, those stuff where it's like, "Oh," but I guess it's a different crowd. Like, the
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
crowd are different.
Yeah, there were a couple people that were they kept saying, and there was a lot of the crypto people there too for permissionless. So it was ended up being a decent crowd that was fairly friendly or whatever. But the people were friendly generally. Out and about. Went to like a couple bars, obviously at some of the events or wherever we happened to go, and it was the people were very friendly. The one thing that I kept a couple people were messaging on Twitter or like posting on a post, like tagging a post, or whatever, was to watch out for the LDS, the Latter Day Saints, and I didn't know what that was, and come to find out, I asked on the morning show what that was, but I honestly didn't see a single Latter Day Saint person. And, we probably aren't the crowd. They probably know they're
Right.
like they're a bunch of fight people. Like
Yeah.
you don't really want to go ask
Probably not a good place to start. We don't know want to annoy them when they literally just wanna fight. That's what they're here for.
them.
It's not a good look, especially when you
Yeah,
gotta go
I would.
back to your other Latter-day Saints, whatever job you do knocking on doors, and you got a black eye.
You got a better chance at the airport, man. Just go check that out there.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. What was your favorite part? Like, besides the fights, like, obviously, I know you're big, like, what was your favorite part of the event?
So this is actually you could probably unpack it in a few ways. One for me, my favorite part was my career wise and like for growth was kind of doing that microphone thing, doing the pit side stuff, and trying that out, and really getting outside of my comfort zone because I've not done that before. Right?
Right.
That's usually like I go there and I enjoy and I watch and observe. This one, I wanted to more, create that con in that moment and try that, right, and see what that would be like to work in that environment. And I definitely put me outside my comfort zone. I felt, at some point, like I don't want to be the annoying guy with the microphone, and then you got to like grab someone's attention that wants to watch the fight. But every time I did it, it worked out well. Like talking with Soul, Jakey was great, and his whole crew, and there was a couple other people that I was chatting with, and they happened to be karate combat, uh, you know, reps or employees or whatever. But you got Loudmouth. Him and I were chatting, and then Boz Rutan, who's the commissioner of the league, who's a like absolute world famous MMA champion. He hopped in and he just started talking and like grabbing. So it's like just putting myself outside of that comfort zone and just grabbing that mic, and I felt really more empowered. And thank God for my wife, or thankful for my wife that surprised me with this microphone that really kind of gave me a little bit more confidence to feel a little more professional to what I was doing, so that it wasn't just a bozo with a
Yeah, yeah, with the little yeah, I feel that. And I guess kind of from the flip side is the other people want to be interviewed. Like,
yeah.
you're feeling
Oh
like, "Oh,
no,
I don't wanna bother these people," and those people are over there like, "Oh, I wish someone would just interview me." And then bam, that's you.
and I am all for it. Like, obviously I got to dial a few things in. I got to work with some of the footage that I got and fix the audio. But I tell you what, man, like it was something that it was one of those career growth moments for me where I for the first few minutes, like I just kind of was felt like it felt awkward as someone who does this for a living. That still felt awkward for me. But after I knocked a few out, did like an intro thing and knocked a few interviews out. I was like, oh fuck, this is like amazing. And then I think what also helped is I got a chance to go sit in the IFC booth for a couple fights, and that to me felt like one of the most natural things ever. I love to chat, obviously. I love to talk, and to sit there and see the action right there. I mean, at one point they actually fought right there on the 45-degree wall right in front of us. So it was just a really fun experience, man. So like just being present in the moment and putting myself. I know it's so cliche and it's so weird.
No, but it's like
Like
not. Like, I get it, and maybe some people watching it's, like, kinda cliche, but it's like living it with you, like, I totally get those feelings too, where it's like, ah, like and Mike, Modern Canadian made a point the other day, like, does anyone feel like the anxiety of, like, essentially bothering people, like, they're way out of my league, and it's like, everybody feels that way.
yeah,
Like, the Ryan Seacrest even at time feel like that, where it's like, "Oh, like, it's this person."
You never know, like when you just like approaching somebody, like how it's going to go, right? You've had probably a bad experience with someone, like you go to ask somebody a question, and it's just like in any general part of life, and the experience maybe didn't go well, and so you maybe think about that when you're going to interview. And good thing, like nothing I was doing was live, because you wouldn't want, I had like one guy who said something absolutely absurd, and it was just like, all right, well,
We're
that's
not going to air that. Yeah.
yeah, that's never going to go anywhere, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. See, like this stuff is fun where we get to hear the other side of like the story too, right? Like, like you're essentially telling other people that like it's okay to be like nervous.
Oh yeah. If you're not nervous about what you're doing, and I get, like, listen, I could go up on stage and talk in front of thousands of people. I've done it many times. I don't get nervous about that. I might get a little butterfly before, but I think that's good, because like you it's like a self-reflection, self-care thing, I think. When
Well,
I
and
go,
nerve show you care.
yeah, absolutely. But like, because you want to put, whether it's you're representing a company, yourself, whatever, you want to put on a good image of whatever the representation needs to be. And so, right before you go out there, you're like, man, I hope I give it everything I can. I hope I, crush it. And
What was Joel Katz like?
he was funny, man. David Schwartz, the CTO, he's CTO of Ripple, right?
Yeah, one of those titles. Yeah, he's
Well, I think so. I don't know. He was there talking about something. So there was a gaming thing that come to find out, Ripple is going to be partnering with, and so it was an interesting thing to kind of be there, and surreal to like really just walk by, because like I was, one of the observations that a lot of people were making is that you said permissionless was not well attended, and I would agree with that. It was not. It was not for the masses. It was not for the normal person. But industry people, like someone like me, the opportunity, the caliber of people that were there was by far one of the best conferences. And because it was so poorly attended, the accessibility of these people was just absolutely insane, right? And so, like, I was just sitting there shooting some B-roll stuff and doing some things, and happened to catch some guy shoot a bullseye at a axe throwing thing that was there. Come to find out, he's like the for like the blockchain council, he's the executive vice president to the governmental relations. So it's like,
ooh,
wow. And like he happened to see that I caught it, and I was like, bro, I caught that. He's like, oh my god, my son would love to see that. And so he gave me his business card, and just the other day I popped the memory card in my computer, and I shot that little piece of footage up for him. I sent it to him, and I said, here you go, man, I hope your son enjoys this. I hope you get to share this moment with your son. And it's like, that, like, think about that. Like, if this guy comes back to me and I'm just like, hey man, if there's ever a chance, like I said, like I noticed that you've got like a pretty decent spot, like in the crypto world. If you ever want to collaborate or chat, like, I'm all yours. So I hope that, the ability to access some of these people that,
like it plays out down the road.
yeah. And if there was a jillion people in that room, that would have just been a flash in the pan, boom, done. I'm moving on to the next thing. But it just so happened I caught that. He saw that I was there with the camera. And I said, hey man, I caught that. And then it happened. But and then the thing with David from XRP, like just to sit there and chat with him for 20 minutes, because normally and like I didn't get any sound bites, I didn't record it, and come to find out, I probably wouldn't have been able to anyway, because he said, a lot of the things that interview requests that people ask for, he's got a team that they decline it. But I mentally got to interview him, and I got to hear from him firsthand about his thoughts of crypto, where we're going, where we're at currently, and a couple other things. And it was just, man, to talk to somebody in the industry that's at that level, it was cool. And to have that access, and it was just him and I.
So what kind of stuff what did you take away from like his opinions on, I guess, like our space?
That we are right on track with what we're thinking, brother.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that things are
I
heading.
am smart.
Yeah, like things are heading in the exact direction that that we talk about, and that we think, and the idea is that we are kind of like moving towards and stuff. And so, I mean, that's the world. And
I'm gonna call my dad right now. He's got to repeat all that stuff you just said. Yeah, see that this guy is a fucking genius, and he said we're smart.
Yeah, and we didn't talk about XRP at all, and I specifically didn't want to do that. We talked about just.
I'm sure fucking everybody asks him about XRP, where it's like, and we all know about it. We all fucking read about it. We all know what's going on in court.
Just watch the last interview he did, and you can find out the same information. I don't need to extract the same thing. I just
And
want to
he probably has like, this is what I'm allowed to say. The
yeah.
lawyers have told me don't say
We shared,
anything outside of this box.
yeah, we shared some laughs about some people, common people that we know in the space and stuff. And so it was really fun. It was good.
That's cool. He just like, even just from his like X account, the way he uses it, he just seems like someone who's like, goofy guy who just like likes to have a good time, but he also just happens to be smart and doesn't
Yeah.
take anything serious.
Dude, and it was like, very like the when we were in Nashville, the day of the Trump thing, I had gotten into the VIP, the backstage area, and like I was chatting with John Deaton's like secretary, like press secretary lady, and she had given me one of the books and she said, he'll be back here in a few minutes if you want to get it signed. And I said, I don't really want to get a book signed. That's not going to do anything for me. Like, I don't really care about that, but like, I'll chat with him. And so John Dean and I just sat there and chatted for probably about a half an hour. And he's like, I think I said this on the show once before. Like, he is literally just like talking to any other guy. He talks to you just like every other guy would. You don't get that fake person politician bullshit.
Right.
You just get like just a regular dude chatting with you. And it was
He's
cool.
almost like a throwback to like what everybody has always kind of like when we read our history textbooks in school, like the politicians, like the Abraham Lincolns, like just being normal dudes who just like happen to reach out and like take this leadership role. He just seems like one of those people where he's like, yeah, like I'll step up, like I'm not here to fuck you guys over, let's do good for our country.
I hope he mops the floor with old Elizabeth Warren in Massachusetts, sir. If you guys are massholes, it's for the massholes only. And I know that's a label that most of you guys don't like, but it's all right. It's funny. Make sure you get out there and rock the vote for John Dean. If I could, I would move to Massachusetts just to vote for him and then move back. But I don't think.
Then move back. Do you have to live somewhere for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, there's probably some laws against that. They probably.
That makes sense. Otherwise, they would just do this all over the place.
Yeah, just I'm a vote hopper. I just vote
Yeah.
around. I just get around.
I just pump the economy by constantly selling my house and buying new houses and voting. That's it. I'm a voter, power voter.
No, dude, they got a whole this whole organization, man. They're working with who's got all? Is it BlackRock that's got all the rental houses in the U.S.?
Oh, I don't know. Probably it wouldn't make that.
I
Makes
believe
sense.
so. It's like some crazy percentage of all the rental homes in America are owned, I believe, by BlackRock. But then it's what they do is they've set up a partnership with that, and so that they just utilize that housing. And so, during the vote hop, it's all part of the what are those people called? Not constituents, but the people who give the money.
Like the donor, like the donors essentially.
Yeah, but there's like I think there's a much
Yeah.
fancy word for it.
So like, yeah, the PACs, the super PACs, is that them or
Yeah, those kind
some
of guys.
shit like
They're
that?
like,
Something weird. See, we're crypto guys.
yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, the murderers.
Hey, forget about it.
Yeah, you don't know. You just take this. Well, you take this piece of paper. You go into the booth. You vote this way. Here's the $1,000.
Nothing happened, okay? I don't want to tell you again, so don't make me do it.
Yeah, especially in Boston, you sound like Boston, Chicago, like right up there. They all sound exactly like that.
You're
At least
wet.
back in the day. At least when I watched Peaky Blinders, that's what they all sounded like.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I was telling a story to someone in Utah. That first was it that first night that I was there? I think it was like welcome to Salt Lake City. When we almost got like I don't know, it was like the little mini gang experience with our Uber driver. Well, that was wild. What was I talking about? Why did I get there?
It's something about the first night. Someone said, "Welcome to Salt Lake City."
Yeah. Anyway, that
Probably
was
about gangs and violence and drugs and guns.
yeah. Well, I mean, like we had gotten almost like murdered that first night, but I don't know why I was talking. I don't know why I'd gone there. The excitement of that story, like, just erased everything else.
Just the PTSD. You start getting cold sweats again.
Yeah.
Like,
I got it. So because of that event, I was telling that story, and the guy happened to be from Boston, and he said, if this happened in Boston, there would have 100% been bullets flying. Like Salt Lake City, for whatever reason, very tame.
They're willing to talk it down. They're like, we will talk it down from here.
Yeah, the de-escalation theory is quite strong.
I mean, it's the LDS in them, right? Like, yeah, gotta be peaceful. You can end this. You can either talk to me about Jesus or you can meet Jesus. You choose.
Oof, that's a good one.
That is a good one. It just kind of fucking came to me.
I think that you could probably package that up and sell that to some kind of Utah gang.
No, I should, right? Imagine trying to get some Utah gang to like give me royalties every time they say it.
Let's go back there. You and I go back there. We'll go to the same club that we were coming out of, and we'll find the
Which
blue Corvette.
just try and find this.
Just find the blue Corvette. That's all we got to find. Dude,
At least when we die, like that will be like something in the newspaper. It was like a witness heard them stating to the gang members that they could either talk to them about Jesus or meet Jesus shortly before they were murdered.
No, you got this wrong. You got this wrong. We're selling them the trademark so that they can. They've got it.
Yeah, we can offer that to them, and then they'll be like, "Yes, that is great. You are about to meet them. See you later."
We run this street. We run this club. That's what they said. It was like, huh.
Like, okay, cool. Are you the owner? Like, I'm so sorry. I did spill my drink in there, but like, I will go back and clean it up right now.
I just literally want to go home right now.
Yeah, please.
It's been a long day.
Oh, my ear's so itchy. Oh, all right, I'm back. What else you got going on? So, what's your favorite? Like, okay, besides like something that's gonna make you a bunch of money, like whatever, like your chart watching coins. What's your favorite project that you got right now, or that you want to get into?
As far as like a coin goes,
Well, or it could be like an NFT base. It could be something where you're just like, I like this project. It almost has nothing to do with the price and the fact that it could make you a millionaire, but you're just like, I like this.
That's a really good question. I mean, I feel like at this point, um, with the exception of maybe some of the NFT collections that I still have and that I believe in, or maybe the ability to get a Bored Ape. I don't know. I think at this point, really, like the next step would be to do my own thing.
True, it's a good point.
You know,
Well, and I
like,
guess like based on what you taught, like probably Karate Combat. Like, it's probably the project that like, it does like it probably doesn't necessarily make you rich, but you seem to like love it.
that's a really good point, right? That I mean, as far as like project goes, that's okay. Thank you for saying that because I can see that, right? And I talk about that with we see Web3 gaming is very important. Everybody knows Web3 gaming is really important. I think what Karate Combat is doing, and people are probably going to get sick of me saying this, is because gamers are going to be like, "Dude, you're full of shit." But is that the Karate Combat is literally the best Web3 game on the planet, and that we have. And when you have to measure how its success is going to be what I'm talking about. It's the fact that literally it appeals to the masses. It doesn't matter who you are. I would say that's a gross overstatement. In some way, shape, or form, I think a gross majority is okay with MMA and contact sports. You out of here?
Yes,
Sorry.
much love.
See you, brother.
See
Two more. The whole idea of MMA being the fastest growing sport in the world. You've got a token, you've got an app, you've got a way to gamble, even though it's not called that, it's up only. You're appealing to literally household names already. Again, I got to fight in front of Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has talked about it in front of it, not my fight in particular, but about Karate Combat.
Multiple times too now.
A lot of other major press and celebrities and people in the world know about it. I mean, Rampage Jackson was just there in Salt Lake City. I got to challenge him, by the way. That was funny.
That's cool.
I don't think thank God he's not going to take me up on it because I would get knocked out.
Yeah, could you imagine? He's like, okay. Like, oh, fuck. Cool. This will be the first time I dive. Nice. I'll take my. Oh, he didn't even hit me. I fell. I'm out. Nope, that's it. I got now. I'm just so scared.
Just spray my ankle.
It's good press.
You just take it all the way to the fight, and then you just like roll your ankle falling into the pit. You're like,
right into the pit. That's perfect. Like, oh no, that's it. You're like, that's it. And like, oh, like
lights off.
You'll be immortalized like for all the wrong reasons essentially, but like the clips will go viral. Like you're like, that was me. I was
supposed to fight Rampage Jackson, but I got hurt.
I was gonna go pro. They told me that once I beat Rampage, that I was going straight to the UFC. and I was
Right.
gonna beat him.
Straight for the title, man. I was gonna get a belt right up
It's
the
just
wrist.
so unfortunate. The doctor told me I can never fight again. I can never fight. Like, doctor told me I had to retire. I have CTE. Like, that's it. I can't even. I have to retire. So we can't even do a rematch. I know he's talking all this shit, but he's a big pussy, so can't even fight him.
I did notice that, like, and why I thought it was funny is that like my fists were bigger than his.
Oh yeah,
You can see it in the picture. Like when we stood next to each other and we took our picture, like my hand is actually bigger than his.
his is just made
That
of
doesn't mean
fucking
anything.
rocks. Yeah,
And I'm only saying that because when I got to fist bump Alex Pereira,
like
his
his
hand
hand just
was,
massive.
dude, that was like that was something totally different. His knuckle structure is completely disassembled and rearranged into like this massive mountain of just face smashing stuff.
It's just like a club.
Yeah, it literally is. And it's like yeah, and this thing. So when I went to give the fist bump to him, like I went in knowing I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be like punching a brick wall, and it sure was. But that was cool. That was a fun moment to see his sister fight and to be able to. I mean, he's the biggest guy in MMA right now.
That's pretty cool. Like, so like it matters that like he came like for the sport. Sure,
Yeah.
like his sister is fighting, and obviously it's great that he was like cornering her and like that sort of aspect for it. I'm sure is why he went, but
Mm.
there's just like big for the sport that he went.
Oh yeah, big for the press. I mean, there was. I think Dana White made some comment about it too. So it's like, I
Yeah,
mean, and UFC guys
yeah,
know.
yeah. He made the comment about like the left running in the family,
So
like
it's
that.
cool. So
Cool.
like,
So now
you know,
Dana
like,
said it. Joe's been there. He
yeah.
was there. Like now, like that. Like then you get now all you need is someone with like a big like you need like the Conor McGregor. And he's just like a personality, right? So it just attracts eyeballs. Where like these guys are just like hardcore fighters. It's like you get someone like a big mouth, and like they come, and now you're getting different eyes and people who don't really give a shit but will follow Connor. So that other Irish chick was there who trains in Connor's gym, so she's gonna go back and say like, "This was my experience." The one who got
That
her fucking
the
nose
one that
smashed.
the one who lost. No, the one
Yeah, she fought Aline then. Yeah, yeah, right. She got her
that
nose
didn't
smashed
tag her.
right in.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's right.
that's
So
right.
like,
She
there
went
you go.
first.
So the other side of that, and I
She was
didn't realize GSP was an ambassador.
uh-huh. So he usually announces, but he did not announce this last one. I don't know if he had a prior commitment or what it was. But yeah, he's usually one of the announcers, one of the four announcers for the main KC stuff.
Wow, was he in Nashville then?
Yes.
I don't think. Yeah, he was. Shit.
I believe
Maybe
so.
not, because like RFK and them were all there. It's just different. Hmm,
I can't remember now.
we'll have
I
to
don't
check that.
remember.
Someone fact check us. Greg Wardo, I know you're there. Oh, I'm gonna be on Wardo's show in a couple weeks. Him and Blocky.
Nice. They're doing Saturday, Tuesday. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Voice. Make sure you guys get that link to the Saturday show. What time is it?
7:30.
PM?
Oh no, their show? No idea. 10 a.m. I think. Maybe 8 a.m. Mine'll be on the one of the Tuesday nights. I think it's like the one before Halloween. And then I know they want to interview you. I'm sure he sent you a bunch of DMs.
Yeah, I gotta get to a bunch of people.
Yes, sir. Block and Doom show.
Boom. I like that. Yeah, that's I like doing the collaboration today with Believes was fun. I want to do more of that on the 4 p.m. I think that's a great thing. And you guys did, if you did watch it, I did talk to Ben, so I can do the crypto crossfire thing. So I was telling Mr. Dude before, like, I'm gonna make that definitely. I'm gonna go back to making that a big, like a 4-person talking head show as much as I can. And even if it's just once a week right now to start out, just to make sure that it's something that is accomplishable. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You
really
build
just
up demand for it.
yeah, just have that, a 4-person talking head show, so that we can have some real good collaboration and different opinions and conversations and stuff that, how do we grow? That's how we do it. Let's have these conversations, baby. Smash
Yes.
the like, get the heart, do the thing. Let's go. And much, I said this morning, as it turns out, I have been saying how easy it is to like a video. And I was trying to do that yesterday with Mike's when he was playing the game.
Right.
stuff for Web3 gaming night, but it was not as easy. You actually have to back out. So I apologize if I'd hurt your feelings at some point, anybody that's listening. It's not as easy as I made it to believe it to be. So sorry, you got to back out of the video if you want to hit the heart.
We're
You guys,
sorry for always ragging on you. How is little Emmy doing?
oh man, so she's got the ballet class going on. So today was the Wizard of Oz, I guess. So she got to put on her costume. They came here. So Whitney is. So I've got got to start making some dietary changes to prepare for the fight. So we're going back to being gluten free, and so Whitney made a couple loaves of gluten free bread, and she made some. She brought like some ham and some cheese. So we made some sandwiches after the little ballet class today. Had a nice little lunch with the fam. So. It was good. It was a nice little break in the day to see the fam, have a sandwich on some fresh baked bread.
Got to do that. Plus, it just like makes the day like then the afternoon you can just like start again, right? It's not like this day like dragging out, especially when we're like for like what we do. It's constantly we have to come up with it, then do it, then follow up with it, then do more. I mean, some people it's like you go to work and you're told like here do this, do the checklist. Okay, now you're done that. Here do this. You can kind of like automate some things. So it's like I find the same thing. It's like around lunchtime, like I have to stop.
I like that's I think maybe something there is a lesson in that, right? To take that moment and stop because I don't usually like I'll run into the kitchen and grab a
whatever.
whatever, like a water and a bag of chips or a jerky or a thing of almonds or whatever it is, right? Like, but if I were to not do that and, not do that 2 or 3 times a day and take the hour to just sit down, have a meal, like normal food, that would be better for my brain and especially body training for the next fight. And then, yeah, have that reset, maybe mentally. And I would like to actually go to the gym in that interim as well. I think that's something that I have not been particularly fond of, but I've done it a few times recently, and I actually do like splitting up the day going to the gym. Um, so I'm probably going to do that.
Yeah, because well, like working out, like scientifically has been proven to energize you, right? So like it gets all your releases endorphins to literally help you. Like, I was the same way when I worked at the gym. It was like, okay, like halfway through my day, like I would like that's when I would work out. I don't want to go in the morning because like I'd rather just get up and chill and start my day. I
Yeah,
don't want to go at night because my day's over. I just want to fucking go home and like do other things like hang out with your family. Like
right.
during the middle of the day is like perfect time to work out.
And it's right now we're still a one car family. I only have my motorcycle. The weather's changing, so like I had like that was like another thing. Like they came today, we did lunch, and then I went and dropped them off and came back because I knew I was gonna have a late night. And I was like,
All right.
I don't need you to come bring Emmy out here at like 8 some at night to come get me. So so I brought the car back. But at the end of the day, like if the weather's nice, the motorcycle isn't a big deal. But we're getting into that part of the season where it's going to change, and so I'm fucking hopeful that the bull run kicks off soon because like I would like to be able to get a car. That would be nice because then like then I could like it's a lot easier to just like zip in a car and it's easy to zip in a motorcycle. I get that, but
But it's not really.
like and I want to like take it like punching. I want to take like all the boxing shit and like that means that like I can't take my duffel bag. I got to do a backpack, but then it's like 90 pounds on my back. I just don't want that, right? So
Yeah, and it's cold. Like it's not enjoyable. It gives you an easy excuse to just say like I'll go tomorrow.
But that's what I'm doing right now. You just enabled me. I'm being a pussy. I'm making excuses, and you said it's okay. I got to stop that. See, it's just like
But but we talked about you can take a break and eat. Like that's a good first step. And you could. There's also other things you can do. Like you could just do fucking squats in the kitchen for now, where it's like starting to train your brain, right?
it's I'm a bozo, right? Like I got the dumbbells here, and I did bring my I brought my boxing gloves here, and I got jumping rope and all that stuff. So like I should like if there is not the capacity for me to be able to get to the gym throughout the day, like I've got some things here. I would also like to get like a pull up bar and maybe like a kickboxing bag, so I can like start doing that kind of shit.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
also good too because you can also just film yourself doing it. Like if that's because like it's part of like what you do, so you could just film it. You don't. You maybe you're like I hated it today. I looked like an idiot, and you never post it. Or there's days where you're like, cool, like I'm gonna edit this and post it.
Hmm. I'm
Now
gonna
you've made content.
I'm gonna make all those gym rat people
Yeah.
jealous because like I'm not gonna have people interfering with my squats. Like so when I do my
You should
booty.
do that though. You should ask like AJ and Ben, like, "Yo, can you just like walk in my shot?" You just text them.
Excuse me, I'm squatting here.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? No one's like, now I have to start all over again. Those reps don't even count if people don't see my ass.
Do you think? Let me ask you a question. Do you think a guy, the Whitney showed me these pants, and so I think I think they're funny. They're like the butt ones that like the girls wear that they they have like a little like weird seam and like a ruffle in like the butt area. A lot of girls
Oh.
wear them.
Like the Lululemon style ones?
I mean, they're like leggings like that, but they have like this weird seam on the butt. So it's like ruffled, but it's like cut that way, and it like makes all their butts look good. It makes them all look the same way. It's like one of those other genius inventions.
Right.
Um, do you think that?
Say it. Just say it.
Do you think? Do you think I should wear those for the
Yes.
squat videos?
Oh my god, yes. Like, yes. Oh my god. 1000% you should do that. And it's for the content, remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you have to like get them to walk in your shot. Like, dude, were you staring at my ass, AJ? I'm not a piece of meat. I know I'm wearing these pants that make my ass look fucking perfect.
But excuse me, my eyes are here.
Jesus Christ. And on top of it, I have to redo those reps. Those reps can't even count now. I have to redo the whole video. But you know what? I'm going to post this video because this
I'm gonna
video will
gym
get me likes. I'm not even going to post the one on the perfect form. I'm going to post the one where you ruin it.
You're a gym shamer, and so I'm gonna let the world know that that's who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I also would like to speak to a manager.
Yeah. So go get Ben. It's a pretty good little shtick.
I'm not gonna turn into a diva, but maybe for the content, sure.
Yeah. It's like one of those things like that's literally all you're doing it for. Like 99% of your stuff is like serious normal J chains. Then you like have like 1% of like ridiculous shit. Of course, that's the only stuff people will end up watching and going viral, and then they'll think you're a diva. But who cares?
What is up with this guy, man? He
You're like, I
complains.
got fat bags and a fat ass, so shut the fuck up. Pay me my money.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be my neck tattoo. It'll be fat bags on one side and then fat ass on the
Oh,
other.
that's a good one.
That's
I'm gonna
it, man.
get it.
When I make my
I'm-
when
mm.
I make my number, when I hit my number, it's neck tattoo city because then I don't ever have to deal
Like,
with
yeah, worry about having to potentially work for someone else. I totally agree. Yeah. What am I gonna get? I don't know. Maybe I'll just get like "shut the fuck up" like from my like ear, like Justin Bieber has that like tattoo that runs here. I'll just
uh
get like "shut the fuck up."
like type what typewriter font.
Yeah, like I'm not listening.
You're fired.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
Ooh, that's a really good one with like some
Fire.
dollar signs and some like ink
Mhm.
splats. No,
Unemployable.
it's true.
That's a
In
good one.
full, in jokes aside stuff, I do have a tattoo plan. It is for some point, and it's my. I don't want to say my guardian angel because that's probably not the right term, but easy way to say this. It's like that between like that, like the archangel, and so it's like a gladiator esque.
Like the guy from Gladiator. Like, yeah.
Yeah, something like that with like the big ass long sword. And so like I actually had my tattoo artist in Austin draw this up. And so like the tip of the sword goes up like to about like my ear, and the bottom of his feet would be like towards my calf of my leg. So it's like a full
Whoa,
body thing of like.
that's sick.
Yeah, it's wild. When he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like that's ridiculous.
That is that like it's. And then how wide would it be? Like, is it just gonna be a thin guy? Like, that's crazy because it has to also be a big guy.
I just saw it drawn out. I don't know how it would like. I mean, it would probably have to be rolled and wrapped on my body or whatever. We'll see. It's either that or I'm going to start doing like the wings and the freedom and like the eagles and the
Yeah.
American flags and like.
My buddy got wings on his chest. He actually ended up popping a stress ball. Like, that's how much it hurt when it got to the center. It gets solar plex. Like, he's squeezing it so hard, like it just like oh yeah, it's crazy. There was like, so my buddy died when I was 23, like in a car accident, right? Like just solo car accident. So we all got like, I think there's 10 of us that got the same tattoo, like his name and like wings. So I have mine on my ribs. And then he got it like fucking like massive, like, like Vinny Scott forever and always, like with the 18, these massive wings, like Cody, like,
We went
you
all
know,
out.
that's permanent, you know, it's permanent, but like, woo. Like, and then we will get watching him get it done, like, holy shit, it was bamboo tattoo, right? So, it was like, with the guys, like, using the needle and just, like, jamming it through, and then they, like, drag it. Like, it hurts so much. On my ribs, I told them I want it there, they, like, laughed. Like, "Oh, it's, like, the one of the worst spots." They, like, put it in, and they, like, drag it along, like, your bone. Like, "Oh my god, it hurts so much," like, I'm sweating. And the guy didn't speak a lick of English. Like, he was just, like, honestly, straight off the boat from Thailand. Like, the guy, like, obviously, like, the tattoo owner, like, spoke perfect English, like, has a million tattoos, like, went and brought these guys over. Oh, yeah, every now and then, he would look at me just like I'd be like, "Oh, you want a smoke break?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, like, go for a smoke
Yeah,
break." I'd be like, "Oh,
please,
thank
please let me.
fucking God." Like, holy shit, yeah, that fucking hurt the most. But then I wanna get a big, phoenix on my back, and it'll be, like, rising from the ashes, and they'll be holding, like, a scroll because I have 2 girls, and they'll say, like, I teach my daughters to breathe fire. It's like, "Yeah, that's it."
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, as for my daughters, I'll teach them to believe that they breathe fire.
Oh,
Like,
dude, that's fucking dope.
right? I saw that quote one time, I was like, "That's it forever." Like, that's 100,000% it. It's like, I want my girls to, want them to be, like, cute, whatever they wanna be actually, but also be like, but also, like, no one should fuck with you.
Yeah. It's funny. I've been starting to do that a little more because, like, it's funny when she was watching the karate combat fights, and so she saw they were watching the full live stream. They saw, me in the crowd a few times, and then they switched over to the IFC thing when I was in the commentary booth. And so Emmy was, they were watching that, and she goes, "I want to be a fighter." So she wants to be a lady fighter, right? And so the last couple days, like, she's 3, right? So
Yeah.
she's going through her terrible threes, like they're just
Oh,
getting,
yeah. Ooh, I got a
and like,
3-year-old screaming right now upstairs.
and it's just like I'll take some, I'll be like, "Hey, Emmy, you know what? The fighter, we're not gonna worry about that. The fighter's not gonna care about that. Just so you know, fighter's gonna be like, that doesn't bother me."
That's great. That is great. My go-to is Sky, like, so she's 7 for people watching, is, "Sky, this is not something worth crying over. Like, there's gonna be things worth crying over, I promise you. Like, not getting that is not one of them. Like, having to wear those shoes is not one of them." And then with Ellie, she's just like, "Shut up!" Like, "Ah, oh my god!" I'm like, Ellie, do you want to fight?" She's like, "Yeah, I want to fight." And then she's like, "Ah," and I'm like, "Oh my god, like, you are terrifying."
That's funny. That
And
is
then
funny.
Sky's like, "No." I'm like, "Sky, you want to wrestle?" She's like, "No, like, no." I'll like give her a little push, like, "Oh," like she's like so soft, and then the other Ellie's just like, "Give me this!" Wah! She like just throw stuff at me and like punch me in the face. I'm like, "Oh, bring Sky in here, please."
We need to balance them out a little bit.
Holy shit! So I say, like, when I look at Sky and I'm telling people, I'm like, "This is Allie's karma for being a good human being growing up." She has Sky, looks just like her. She's calm and like empathetic, and Ellie is my karma for being a human pile of garbage. And like, this is me paying for it for the rest of my fucking life. She looks like me. She's cries like me. Holy shit! Like the other day, I can't even remember what she was doing, but I was like, "Ellie, like, you are the reason like children get spankings. Like, this is why they were invented." Allie's like, "You can't say that." I was like, "I'm not gonna beat her, but like, this is why I understood why my parents hit me. Like,
Yeah,
this is if I did this, like, fuck, thank you, I deserved it."
yeah. Um, so you sometimes think about that. And you're like, man, like, what would my mom have done in this particular moment? Like,
Yeah, like, oh, they would have
not
smacked
just
me, or
not just bit your tongue, or and sometimes literally all Woody and I'll just look at each other and laugh and be like, I don't
like,
even
"Are you seeing
know.
this shit?"
Like, I'll usually, like, it's fun. We'll like both just point and be like, "That's you." That
Yes. Whoever can say it first, right?
Yeah,
Like, no,
exactly. It's just literally whoever gets that finger up first.
yeah, definitely you. I probably that was you. Saw a good tweet, or maybe I was on Instagram. Don't ban me, Elon. Was like, I didn't realize like part of being married was like waking up and seeing who could say like I didn't sleep great last night like first, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I said it, showed it right to Allie. Like I was like, you win this every day.
I didn't even.
Oh, I did not sleep
So
good. I was like, I didn't realize how fucking common this shit was. Like
oh
a
my god,
race.
that's so funny that you say that. That literally is like the first thing I think I hear every morning.
Oh, I did not sleep good.
It's
Wait,
like,
like what? This bed cost $1,000. What the fuck do you mean? Like, oh, the dog, he just like right in you. What do you mean? I little dog woke up and he was on my face. Like, you don't lie to me.
good morning to you too, sweetie. Jesus. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
no. Like the worst, the worst. I don't know if you've ever had to deal with this. I'll be transparent about this. I think a lot of people have had to deal with this. When you've cheated on your spouse in their dreams,
Oh yeah. Oh,
you're like,
like
what? You're
because
literally
like you wake up normally, right? You're downstairs and making your coffee, everything's fine. You're like having a drink of coffee, like oh maybe checking your phone, like you're happy, like oh there's a funny meme, like oh hey what's up? You look check this out, and they're like
mhm.
oh yeah that's really funny.
Where'd you meet her? It's like,
Like
what?
what what's wrong? Like what's wrong? Like why are you upset? Did like something? Oh, dude, I didn't sleep good last night. Like oh why? Like, you should like basically like you should know. Like, what do you mean? Like, I wasn't fucking there.
I
No,
would
I just had a bad dream. Oh my god, like, what happened? Like, was like murderers or something, like, in your dream? No, it was worse than that. Like,
you you left me.
it was worse than dying. Yeah. Yeah, you were just it was about you, and you're like, right away. They don't even have to say, like you cheated on me because they don't wanna say those words out loud. It's like, it was about you, like, it was just you it was you.
She was hideous.
Yeah, like, oh. Like, well, was she fucking mad at me for during her sleep? Like, I don't know. Like maybe, like, I don't know. Like maybe it wasn't about me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, it's so true. You have to be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that Dream Me is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, because like dream me in my head, dude. Like we had some great dreams last night,
Yeah.
man. We were like mountain biking and
Yeah.
going to
We were doing
concert.
karate. We went like we were having fun. We were eating like apple bobbing for apples. Like we were like
Family,
holding
family
hands.
cruise, family
Yeah.
cruise around the world. Like, wow,
Oh
we
my
had a
god, it
great
was
night,
Disney. It
man.
was the Disney cruise. They were calling you princess and me prince, and we were just having so much fun. Actually, we were kids. I can't believe it. In my dream, I got to meet you as a kid, and we fell in love, and we were together for our whole entire lives in my dream. So I don't even know. Like, I'm so sorry that your dreams. I'm an asshole.
Make your own lunch. Find your own way to the
Yeah.
studio.
Mm, And you know what? All your chaps, Justin, are now assless. Ah,
I don't mind
I cut the ass out of all of them. I hope
that.
your fucking little fantasy girlfriend likes them. Like, you're like, fuck. I'm gonna be so
All right.
hungry later now.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, right?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, I'm sick. I am sick. You sleep in the bed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll sleep on the couch.
Don't worry about my busted back here. I'll just
Yeah, and my sciatica. Well, maybe your fucking girlfriend will cure your sciatica.
Why didn't you go stay at her house and sleep in her bed?
Yeah, like what does she look like? I don't even fucking know. Were we even in Georgia? Give me a break.
Cute? Is she cute?
Like, no, I told you she was hideous. I can't even believe you would ask that. Can't even believe you'd ask that.
So it
Why don't you
says
go fucking tell Dan on Chop? Why don't you go on your Chop Shop and just tell Dan?
so
That's
it
it. I'm
says
texting Allie. And I'm gonna see if what Dan was doing because he was with you in the stream. He was there as a business thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna ask Allie. Oh, Dally, was Dan cheating in your dreams last night too?
you're just gonna rope us all into this now.
Yeah, like leave Dan out of this. He doesn't need to suffer with me. I'll take this on my own. These are good. These are good. This is like therapeutic. See, that's what they say. Dudes don't go to therapy. They just start a fucking podcast.
Dude, it's honestly like I feel less stress in my neck.
It was good. It's good laughter.
Yeah. I get like these I always call them my laugh bumps, like in the back of my head and neck, like when I laugh a lot. It's like that's my stress going away. Like after
That's
they
good.
fill up with stress and then they just go away.
You like take all your stress and it just like bubbles right up into the back of your head, eh?
I'm a,
That's a
I am a,
tumor,
I am
not
a,
a tumor.
I am a, no, I'm a foot stress guy. That was more, yeah, foot. Like I keep all my stress in my feet.
Ooh, in your feet. I heard one the other day. So like, cause I have like super tight hips. I've been like trying to like follow
Hey,
everything,
hey, you
everything
want
on.
to say, ladies and gentlemen, he got tight hips.
They don't lie. They don't lie, baby. But like everything on X, you like one thing and then you get a billion of it. So like I'm fucking bookmarking anything that's like try this stretch, try that stretch. I didn't realize that apparently you carry a lot of stress in your hips. Like I'm
Mhm.
not even fucking stressed out. I'm
Yo, one of
Canadian.
the best, like with the sciatica thing that I was dealing with, one of the best things that I have gotten was a foam roller, but I just got one of the short ones. It was, I don't know, like less than $10, I think, at Walmart. And you lay on it like on your side and you just like open up like basically your entire
Yeah,
lower.
like a chicken wing kind of thing.
Oh my god, dude! Like you do that, you just sit there, and it's like a little uncomfortable at first, but then like your body stretches out, and it's like afterwards you just feel great. That's
I
good.
bought one of those yoga. I don't know if you ever seen the like yoga like wheels. It's like a circle. You can like lay on it like fucking
Yeah, 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 yeah.
okay. So I get it. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna test this out like upstairs in my hardwood floor. I'm like, oh, put it on, lay it down. I'm like laying back. I'm like, oh, babe, like I got this. Like, oh, this feels so good. And then it literally just goes, whoop.
Having sex or
No, no, no. Literally just trying to fix my hips and my back with a yoga roller. I'm not even naked. And it just goes right out from under me. I'm like, it's like a towel off the ground. Boom. Just right on my back.
oh,
Hurt even more. Allie laughed. It was payback for her dreams.
yeah.
That's it.
Little did you know when you weren't paying attention, she kicked it out.
Yeah, exactly. Right. She's like, oh, I buttered that up, you fat loser.
Have fun with your little medical device, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, weird. Oh, weird. You have a concussion now too? Huh.
Yeah.
I shouldn't
Oh,
smoke weed.
what are you gonna go to her house for a massage now?
Yeah, I will. We have a great masseuse in town. Her just old lady from like I can't even remember where she was from, Romania or something, but she's
But
just works magic.
for whatever reason, like those that region of the world, the best like hand strength for massages.
Oh my god, it's wild. She's like, oh my
I
god.
don't mind like a 7 foot tall dude named Igor just be like,
Yeah. Like I like totally. We went to there's like it's like an hour from our place in Markham, and it's like one of those like all day spas. Like you can go and they have like this heated room and this salt room and like these chairs and like everything. There's a restaurant. They give you like robes and like fucking little like you feel like fancy boy, right? It's like and then we got a massage. There are these two little tiny Asian ladies. And I got like the deep tissue massage, and she's just like, I was like, never felt better in my life. I ended up with like bruises all over my like legs and shit, but I was like, oh, I felt so good. But I just couldn't believe like this tiny little lady and just like the power and strength. Give me that.
there's nothing better than a good massage, man. I'll tell you what. I'm due for one. I think we have like I think Whitney gave me like a spa finders gift card. You gotta utilize that. That'd be good.
Hell yeah. All that shit. I love all that stuff. Like I'm like, yeah, totally. Like I'm never too manly. Like even just like the obviously you have a daughter, it's like getting your nails painted. I ain't too manly for that shit. Go ahead, I don't give a fuck. What's somebody
Oh,
gonna say like nice nails and be like nice face? I can wipe the fucking nail polish off. What do you can't do anything about that?
yeah, dude. That's so funny you say that. I have my big toe on my left foot is purple and the rest have worn off. And my right foot, I believe, is all pink and it's probably been there for like at least a month. Like I'll walk around with sandals on or like, no socks. And, people like, you have nail polish on. I'll be like, yeah, I have a daughter. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, I don't care. But I don't mind, and I'm actually looking forward to also a pedicure. I don't like manicures.
I've never had either of those like a professionally.
Dude, a pedicure. So the thing is, I don't like other people. For me, it's the filing of my toenails. There for some reason I can't do that. Like I'm actually getting like skeevy inside my body
Mm.
thinking about it. So if I'm going for a pedicure, I'm going to cut my toenails before I go, so I
So
can
then
get.
they just won't cut it. They just won't do anything if you like if you
They'll do
already
like the
cut it.
cleanup. They'll get like the cleanup around. Like they'll do this stuff, but like I will make sure that my toenails don't need to be cut or like they don't need to be filed because like that I can't handle. I just can't handle that. But you get like the soak and they scrape like the shit like around like the base of your nails. Like they do like all the other stuff. I don't want them filing my nails. I just don't like that feeling.
And like the noise too, right?
Yeah, it's like from that angle, it just feels like my toenail is gonna just like rip off. And like I just no.
And you don't want to kick them in the face either, right? You get like one of
Yeah.
those weird, like, oh, now I'm getting a lawsuit. It's fucking America.
Uh, when I got my koi fish tattoo on my right leg. Part of it was like in the front of it, around kind of where like the tendon by my knee was. And when he was going through it, like the first couple times, my leg just like started kicking, like when they do the thing with the reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he actually had to like tie it so that it wouldn't like be doing that when he's going to
Oh,
a certain part. It was same thing. I was like, I'm not trying to kick. I can't
right.
help
Like the last thing I want is like these needles being fucked up forever in my leg.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've Ali's always trying to get me to go for like a pedicure. I'm just like, I just don't care.
You should. They're great. They do like, man, they're like massage your calves. They like punch to the bottom of
That's
your foot.
good.
It's
Maybe I'll
great.
do that.
You get like a little foot massage. Nothing crazy.
I'm gonna do that now.
You should. Yeah, you guys go together and just get like a little couples mani pedi. I mean, you do the pedi together. She can get the mani.
Yeah. No, nothing. My hands are just weird and normal. Plus, I have like cute little toes. Now I'm gonna have to film it. Obviously, everything just has to be filmed
Yeah. You
for
go to
the
the spa.
content. Yeah, if you're doing the fucking pants, then I'll do this. How much are those pants? Do we have to take this out of like the Breakfast Club budget? By the way, people, there is no budget, so if you want, tip your hosts. Throw some money in the jar.
Yeah. Which pants?
For the content. Those are butt pants that you're gonna get. The yoga pants.
Oh, phew, I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe Whitney has texted me by now about those pants. No, she might not be watching. It could be nighttime. It could be bedtime.
Probably for the best.
Let's see. Let's look up new leggings, nice butt ruffle. Yes. V-back. They are called V-back leggings. Ruched. V-back ruched leggings.
How much is a pair of those bad boys?
Get your girls a pair of the V-back ruched leggings, boys. That's alpha. Fuck the meme coins right now. Y'all, everyone's losing on meme coins. You want to win at life? Get your girls some V-back ruched leggings.
Or your boyfriend, if that's what you're into. We ain't judging you here.
I mean, something tells me these aren't going to look good on guys. I could be wrong. Oh, here we
You're
go.
gonna be the one.
Here we go. This is like from the TikTok. There she is. She is watching. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mrs. Chains. I got the text message. The peach lift, original butt lift, TikTok leggings.
Ooh, TikTok leggings.
This is not an endorsement. I want you guys to enjoy your ladies' butts
Naturally.
with just pants on.
Yeah, don't get plastic surgery, people. Don't go out and get. I see Blocky. Don't go get butt plants. All right.
You don't need to get the Brazilian butt anymore. You just need to get a pair of pants. They're like $40.
That's it, eh? Oh, all right. We can probably stretch that. We'll talk to Nathan. We were gonna have Nathan on the show, everybody, but it's fucking midnight in London. So
we'll
next
probably with this show, we'll do some things where we'll pre-record and then we can either do a premiere or just air it. Like this is the pants they do like that.
Jesus Christ. I don't think I've ever seen those in the wild.
Yeah, it's like they give them the wedgie and make their butt look like big butt cheeks.
Oh, maybe I have seen them because I was actually like, maybe it was Ali just being like, call it Hungry Bum. Anytime we see a girl like that, it's like, oh yeah, check out Hungry Bum over there.
Oh,
like fucking pants are just like just being eaten by her body.
One of these days we'll have the discussion.
The chop where we know who knows what we're going to talk about. You guys think the morning show goes off the rails?
It's a night show. Anything goes. It's
totally. In Europe, it's the middle of the night right now, so we could talk about the most X-rated stuff. They're into it all. In America, if we get canceled, who cares? We'll just go live in Portugal with Mike.
Just move to Dubai.
Yeah, I don't know. Dubai is like so hot. Like everyone leaves Dubai. Like in their summertime, like you have to have another place. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I want to be that rich that I can afford to do that, but like I don't want to move. Like, oh, okay, we gotta move somewhere for 6 months. Like, fuck that. At least
But
like
what
Portugal
about
is just
like
always nice.
what about like the snowbirds, like the people that move down to Florida for the winter?
Yeah, they're old, so they're like, well, I'm gonna die soon, so I should at least enjoy my last few. Like my parents are like
Um,
old, right? So
young,
they do that now.
young people do it too. You could have two houses where you live one. I mean,
It's
it's
a
kind of
lot, but you
weird.
got kids. It would be hard to like, just uproot. I mean, for like six
That's
months
a
of
very,
the year,
that's a very good point. But if you
right?
got that kind of money, then I think what you do is you got the au pair that's also the teacher's assistant, and
A
you do
good
the
call. But she's obviously going to be the ugliest person you can find.
nope.
Has to. After these dreams we've been having, I don't. I don't even know. I want an au pair. I don't even want an au maire. I want an au pair. I want
It's
fucking Freddie Prince Jr. from Friends to be the nanny.
it's gonna be an old nanny granny lady. That's
Yeah,
what's
for sure. Actually, that'd be great. I don't even want her to speak English. I want her to make delicious food, not speak English, and
not be attractive at all.
yeah, yeah, just like I don't know, look like fucking
Zero
mother
threats.
shoe,
It's a
the
zero.
shoe.
It's
Yeah,
got to be a zero threat relationship.
yeah, and just like I want to hate her. No, like I want
Man,
her.
you do such a good job of taking care of my kids.
Yeah,
I fucking hate you.
fucking hate you. And but for still, you'll still wake up that one day, and they'll
And I'm
be like,
giving you a
what? You'll be
bonus.
like, what's wrong, babe? They'll be like, I don't want to talk about it. You're like, don't even dare fucking say it was.
You banged the nanny, didn't you? Like, what? She's 90 on purpose.
She is dead. Like literally, she's dead. We literally blow her up in the morning and we deflate her at night. Like, what the fuck?
She's a robot. She's a robot. She's an AI robot, for
Yeah,
Christ's sake.
like, oh my god. Oh, whatever. See you. Have fun on your next fucking chop shop. See you guys next Thursday.
That's it. I love it.
That's a good one. All right. I will see you in the morning. That is great, everybody. Tell your friends. This is the hottest hour of the week.
All
Next
right,
one of these days, we'll do it with our shirts off. Just for you, Max.
done. Next week, maybe.
All right. Later.
See ya.